what are the things we have discussed from the last two sessions, like in the demos. What is SAP architecture and what is the SAP evaluation model and all. And we will discuss CDS and OData basics, and then we will be installed with the Eclipse, and then we will be start with the practice from the tomorrow. And one more thing, so this will be the final members. So as of now for our session, so these 6 members. So the session timings will be 8 to 9 every day. In case if any one of the day, in case if somehow I think we missed it, so we will compensate that particular one with the weekend class, either it's on Saturday or Sunday. I think hope that should be fine for you guys. So my intention will be to make sure we are going to be cover at least 5 sessions in a week. So curriculum also I'm reiterating. So 3 to 9, 3 to 9. This particular week we are going to be complete basics of the CDS and O data. What is the purpose of it? That is we are going to be discussed, and then remaining 4 days we'll see it in the system. How the CDS will be, how it will be helpful for you, what is the annotations, all these things, and then 10, 17, 24. So till here we are going to be concentrate more on the RAP approach, and then last 2 weeks, one first week of the December and then second week of the December, we are going to be cover public cloud. So how we are going to be differentiate SAP normal ABAP with RAP. So those differentiation we can able to see it in the last 2 weeks. So in the next 3 days or 4 days, in mostly this will be the 6 week session as we discussed prior. So if you guys are interested more and all, then we'll quickly have like a 2 or 3 more sessions for the like mock interview kind of the things. So just make sure you are guys are familiar with so all the things like some interview questions kind of the things, like what will be the questions they will be asked for the RAP. So might be I see like few of the people is having like 7 years of experience, like someone Manish, yeah, 7 years of experience and all. So now the market they are asking the questions like a lot of things. Like if you are having the hands-on experience in OData ABAP, the questions will be comes like singleton class. So anyone aware of what is singleton class? How it will be initiated? Uh,
Singleton class, it is a static class. We using the class name of that object.
what's the purpose of it? How will we instantiate? What is the purpose of Sandeep? I think you also unmuted. Do you have idea?
No, Srikanth. Actually, I heard about it, but I didn't know much about singleton class.
Yeah. So these kind of the questions will be coming to the picture center. So I will be help you with these kind of the things also. It will be not part of our curriculum, but just make sure like I would like to you guys as whichever organizations in case if you are looking with the experience of this public cloud and I mean like a public cloud basics and then RAP. So this particular thing will become helpful for you, and update function modules. All these are the major ones. Anyone having any idea of what will be the update function module in RAP, ABAP, SAP ABAP?
It will trigger end of the process. It's update the background
So Manish,
to table.
yeah, just give you an update. So we should not. I mean, like just it would be helpful for you also. So whenever you are attending anything interview, so one line of the codes will be not helpful anymore. Okay, so we should be in a position to take an example and then explain. So in case if I ask you, the answer you said is absolutely correct. So I'm not going to deny that. But I would like to take that one as a example and then you need to explain me. So in case if you would like to, how you give an example for this update function module? Can you able to give it one example for me?
Example, so we run some program. So we have we display the ALU report like that. So sometimes that we need to some particular record. We are not using anymore the data. So that type of report, once the report is executed, the finally output is going to update the database table. The process not affected to current scenario.
Still you need to be okay. So first you need to start with how the update function module will be called. Like example, it will be called in the update task. So whenever, in case you would like to give an example with the business requirement, okay, it's for everyone. Might be few other things are freshers and all, 2 3 years of experience, but still, if you give an example with the real time requirement, so then I think the recruiter, the who is there in the panel, he will be satisfied with your answers. So let's take an example like we'll be having some purchase order and all. So along with the purchase order tables, so I would like to upload so this particular schedule and tables also. So in case if both the things needs to be updated together, then we need to call this particular thing in the updating task and all. So we'll create one function module. We'll make that particular function module as a update function module in our program. We'll call that particular function module with the update task, and it will be executed at end of the session. That means like once we have done the commit, then only this particular function module relevant tables will be get updated. Like that, we need to give you an example. So all these things will be covered at the end, and say the single time class, what will be the example, and what is this particular like how you will be triggered. Just like IDOC ones, like in case if you would like to reprocess the IDOC, how you will be replicate the issue for the IDOC in case if any of the process team member has been given the IDOC number. These things will be the major ones. It will be asked in the ABAP. So we will discuss that particular one in the like 30 to 40 minute session, and the next session. So coming to the RAP, they will be asked the questions like handler classes, saver classes. I mean, like I'll tell you like what will be these handler classes, saver classes later on once we started moving on and all. But yeah, so this kind of the like what kind of the in service binding, what are the options will be available for us to show to expose. As I said, like this can be done using two levels like UI level and then few web API level. When coming to the public cloud, so what type of extensions will be having in app and then side of asset. Yeah, again inside the in app, so we'll be having two types dev queue. All the things will be covered. Okay, so that's my intention. Now coming to the ones actual ones for today planned. So SAP evaluation model. So it's already discussed. I think this is for the new guys who has joined today. So I want to them to up to the speed for us. So Muthu, I think this is the first class for you today, right? From last 3 days you didn't join.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone apart from Muthu? I see Muthu is a totally new. So apart from Muthu, is there anyone who has joined today only? Okay. And one more thing. So prior to I completed this particular thing, I have joined Sai. Fine, Sai. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to start again this evaluation models and then RAP architecture. But I need one system from your end to install the Eclipse today. So last session we tried, but unfortunately, uh, who faced the issue? Sandeep, I think for you, I think it's like not the Mac Windows laptop, right? It for you, I think it's macros.
Yes, yes, Srikant.
Okay, so I need one Windows laptop who can follow with me when I'm telling the steps. Is there anyone who connected with the system?
Srikanth, I have
I
installed.
connected, but
Hmm.
I also installed.
You already have that one, right?
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay, Muthu. Sai Sandeep, you are saying something?
Yeah, I have installed it successfully.
Super. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll retry the steps once again. Okay. For the Sai and all. Okay. Good. So you didn't face any issues, right, Sai? So whatever the things we have discussed last week, so you followed the same thing and you added the new software as well. ABAP perspective also you can able to navigate. Should I consider that one as okay?
Yes, by perspective also I have navigated.
Good. And one more observation. Just guys, feel free to speak. Huh? So now here I'm like a prior. I have installed without any issue. Sitaram, good. Okay. So just start interacting. Okay. So previously, I mean like this particular evaluation video. I'll take an example here. Okay, 7.5 and all prior to the 7.5 as a ABAPers, if we didn't speak also things will be work for us. Okay, in the real time perspective I'm talking. So process team in the sense like functional team, so they will give the requirement to you. So based on the FDS, simply you don't need to interact with many folks and all. you can go ahead and then make the changes, and then you can complete the development activity and share it with them. But now the era has been changed, so we should be more proactive. So we should be in a position to explain each and everything. In sometimes it's required to be joined in the client calls as well. So if any make the changes, so as I said, like it would be low code and no code. So everyone will be interested to what are the changes we will be have done, so that we should be in a position to speak more. So even this particular training session, so I would like you guys also need to be more active. So along with me, you need to be speak. Sure. Okay.
Sure, Sri.
From tomorrow, yeah, from tomorrow onwards, I'm expecting everyone should be speak. Okay, along with me. It's not like I am only speaking and by end of the thing, you need to be in a position to. I mean, like communication level also will be good. So that thing also will be covered. Okay. So coming to the new joiners, Muthu and then Sai, I'm going to reiterate how the SAP evaluation model prior we will be having. So prior to 7.5, I think this is like nothing but a ECC and all. So in case if you would like to create any of the front end screens and all, so we have lot of struggles. So what we will do? So we will go to module pool programming and we will create the PBO, PAA, all the screens, the drag and drop, all the things, that front end logic, back end logic, everything we have to do it from our end. That is going to be a nightmare. So WebDem Pro, Floor Plan Manager, all these things. But still, I can able to see. I mean, like most of the projects, still they are using that old traditional app and all. So it is going to be a nightmare for them. Still, they are working in the ECC project. So SAP came up. So to resolve this particular kind of the things, SAP come up with a new approach, ABAP programming model for SAP Fiori. So what is this? So from which version of this one? Might be this is also one of the interview questions they will be asked. ABAP programming model for SAP will come from which version? So you can simply say it's like more than 7.5. What is this more than 7.5? Everyone, most of the people are talking about 7.5. What is this 7.5? So I would like to cover few of the things also as 7.5 came into the picture. So you people have started working on this one, new syntaxes for 7.5. So this is also one of the key thing. So nowadays in the interviews they will be asking these kind of the things. So what will be the new syntaxes for the 7.5? Anyone familiar with this? Sandeep, I'm expecting you should be aware of this.
Yes, Srikanth.
So other, what about the others? Yes, very good, Sandeep. Sitaram. Others,
Not
Muthu.
much familiar, but yeah, I know.
uh, if not, this is the time, guys, so you should be familiar with your this new syntaxes center. So yeah, slowly we are evaluating over there. So class declaration, simply we can do the data declaration in case if you previously, in case if you would like to create any of the object installations and all, so we'll go to start of election using the create object syntax, all those things that is not required anymore now. So simply, in case if you would like to create any of the object instantiation, so I'll simply come here, I'll give the data of, and then I will use the keyword new keyword operator. I'll give the class name, something. Okay, that's it. Chalega. हो गया. So this is the way we can able to do the object instantiation and all. But so in the similar way, in case if you would like to do any of the structure things, all these things, so simply we can able to do. So data of xxx equal to value hash will give the structure details and all. And one more main thing will be, so here we can suppose like from some internal table lt underscore abap. So I'm going to get the records for the first record. Simply I'll give this one, and make sure whenever you are using the read statement, so you should be in a position to use this particular keyword to avoid the dumps. Okay, this will be the one of the interview question. Okay, guys, just I'm giving example. Anyway, we'll see like if I can able to cover the new syntaxes. Yes, I will go ahead and then cover this one. So this kind of the syntax will be used. Okay, that will be the 7.5 as per the ABAP perspective. I'm talking more. Okay, Now coming back to the previous slide, what we discussed. So ABAP programming model for SAP Fiori. So what are the things will be available here? So earlier, prior to the 7.5, we are creating the OData front end, back end, everything. But now here, so our job will be, we can able to do, UFI came into the picture here. So from here, from more than 7.5, so front end will be altogether, we'll be having separate Fiori team and all. So they are also technical, but they will be do it at the front end level and all. So let's consider, but this is the screen they would like to create. All the screen settings ones, how these particular things can be displayed, like what will be the backend things, all these things they can able to do it from their end. So what we will do as a developer in this particular case. So what we will do, so core data services, we will create CDS. So only CDS will not be suffice here in the 7.5. I can able to do so in case if I use any annotations for data publics true. So based on the CDS, I can able to create the SCGW, but still directly based on the CDS, I am not able to create any of the front end one. Okay, so that is a drawback here. So I will create the CDS. On top of the CDS, I will create the OData services or BOPF, and whatever the service has been created here, OData services through SCGW. So this is the one I am talking about. So normally what will be there in the, okay. So okay, let me quickly write what we have discussed prior to 7.5, less than 7.5. So we will be having ways to create Fiori app. We have multiple ways like WebDime Pro, Floor Plan Manager, all these things will be there, etc. Now coming to greater than 7.5, what are the options we will be having? SAP is introduced S4 with core data services. It's nothing but a data modeling. What is data modeling? We'll discuss tomorrow. I will give you an example. What are the things will be covered as part of the data modeling? On top of that one, we will be having the OData services. What is this OData services? So this is the place where we will write the actual logic of the business requirements and all. So just to give you an example, that's the reason I was asked you guys how you are familiar with the OData services. So we will create the OData services using a CGW project, a CGW transaction. Here we will create the project. Here we will be having entity types, entity set, and we will do the associations. Association nothing but combining multiple entity sets, joining two entity sets with condition. How we are do the primary key and then secondary approach of tables. Multiple entities. Then once this is done, then we will do the generate data service. So once we generated data services, backend 4 classes will be generated. TPC. Let me start with MPC. Model provider class. Model provider class extension. DPC. DPC extension. So what is this? What is model provider class and what is data provider class? Let's take an example. Okay. Anyone having any doubt? I see someone is unmuted.
Yeah, Srikant, even in OData also we have two versions, right? V2 and V4. What is the difference there?
Hello.
Yes, Srikant.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Where I lost? I
I
think
mean,
you
even in OData also we have two versions, right? V2 and V4.
that will be come at the end. But in
Okay.
traditional, this particular one, here in this version we will be not having any option for the V4. We have the V2 only. So in RAP we have introduced, from RAP we have introduced V4, but still I think here also we can use, but mostly here we are going to use the V2 and V4.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the CGW project and entity, and then DPC extension class, and then MPC DPC extension class. Okay, so let's take an example. So I have header data, sales order header, sales order item. Guys, I'm covering the OData basics here. Just pay me more attention. Any doubts, just let me know. So sales order item. So this is one of the real-time examples. Also, you can explain in your project interviews. Sales order schedule lines. Okay, like this is the information I'm receiving from the third-party system and all. So normally, so in the MPC extension, we will be having the major ones and all. But I would like to create the deep entity structure here. Deep entity structure in the sense we'll be having the sales order. Inside the sales order, we'll be having the sales order item. Again, inside the sales order item table, we'll be having the sales order schedule line center. So all these things will be do the mapping and all in the MPC extension classes. Like how we will create it in the same way, traditional approach, how we will create the deep entity structures and all. So same way. So we'll use the type keyword, something like GTY header we have, begin of end of. Same logic, just I'm explaining to make it you guys are comfortable. So begin of GTY, end of GTY header. So some XYZ fields will be there here. Okay. In the similar way, we will create for one for item, one for schedule line, and finally we will create the final one. So GTY underscore final. Final one will be having the all the details. What are the information will be there in the final header? Inside the header, we have for the item table one. This is GT item. Again, inside the GT item, we need to write the logic for schedule line. So inside this one, we'll be having the schedule line. Okay, I'll put it in this way. So header, deep entity. This is nothing but a deep entity structure. Inside this one, we'll be having the schedule lines, and we'll close it. So all these mappings and all, this particular kind of declarations and all, you can able to do it in the DPC extension and all. MPC extension, model provider class and all. Now coming to the DPC and DPC extension classes. So I have mapped this kind of deep entity structure things and all. So it will be not provided by the standard and all. So we have to explicitly write the logic and all. That kind of the logic we can able to do it in the DPC extension classes. So this kind of the things will be there. Once we are not going to create any of these classes manually. Once OData service has been created, so backend, these particular classes will be generated. So what will be the next step once this particular thing is generated? So till here, once class has been generated, we can able to do the activation here in the SCGW project. Okay. Now I have done the changes, everything. So project has been created. It's nothing but a project creation. Project creation.